saying good day once again to ye mateys. I be Josh the Pirate, and this be me lovely wife, the Mother of Bunnies, Keren. Who the absolute heck are you?
Hello, I am, as Josh so astutely pointed out, Keren, the Mother of Bunnies. I am a writer and performer. You can follow me on Twitter at Mother of Bunnies. You can follow my Bella Sculptor Ego Miss Lolamore on Instagram, or you can listen to my dulcet tones in the D&D podcast, There Be Dragons, still found wherever good, mediocre, and even terrible podcasts can be found.
And ours is one of those.
Which one? We'll never tell.
That's for you to judge. And I'm Monsieur Dame Unter Herren and Beings of Indeterminate Gender and Persuasion. I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel, Corsair's Cove, where we run D&D and other RPG games, like tonight's delightful edition. We have Foretold. We have also been known to run Teens of Space. Last week we played Host, and Keren won. The host triumphed over the parasite. But tonight we have something a little bit different, because this is one I've just decided I want to have a look at. Rather than someone sent it to me and said, hey, can you have a look at it? And I've been like, heck yeah, I can. This one, no one's asked me to. I'm just doing it.
It's got a good name.
It does. It's a clever title. Terrace Cold Wet Ferret Nose at a random person's ankle. Oh, lovely. Lovely.
Oh, you should know,
Genuinely
Terrace, that for some reason Instagram lately has decided I want to see videos of ferrets, like, freaking out. Apparently, if you put a flexible plastic pipe near a ferret, it will lose its shit. Huh. It's hilarious. Huh. They're kind of adorable.
They are pretty adorable.
So flexible. They're like, meh!
Yeah, the little furry snake boys.
Yeah, yeah.
So yes, do we need to talk about anything else before we begin? We do need to mention our lovely friends at Wooten Forge. Today's game does require dice rolling, so I get my Wooten Forge dice roller out. It's been having quite a lot of work recently, because I played D&D yesterday on around a table, which was fucking weird. And I strongly argued we shouldn't do it on the round table anymore, that we should, in fact, particularly as one of them had recently had COVID. Like, why are we not playing this online?
No, he had COVID a while ago. He just had something else.
Oh, okay, right.
Done the classic COVID and then get sick again several weeks later.
Well, if you fancy yourself some high-quality handcrafted wooden tabletop accessories, check out wootenforge.com/Corsair's Cove for some beautiful stuff. I was just trying to remember what the link was. There you go. Boom. Yeah, and you can acquire yourself some gorgeous handcrafted wooden tabletop accessories made of Australian and exotic hardwoods, or some fancy stone dice, which I believe they stock now as well. These are Tiger's Eye, and I love them. They're very, very sexy. Didn't take them long yesterday. I should have.
Oh, you should show Tristan.
Yeah, Tristan would have loved them. Next time.
It's also like, Sir Terrace. Ferrets will do that dance of joy at just about anything exciting. Like, I just shake my hand in the air and do spirit fingers and my fuzzies lose their shit.
Aww.
Honestly, it's probably like, is it like winding up a dog, where if you just say anything to Siri in a high-pitched, energetic voice, she will lose her shit?
Yeah. I reckon if you did the spirit fingers thing, she'd lose her fucking mind.
Probably. Shall we try it out?
Yeah.
Where is she?
Later.
Siri!
No, don't wind her up now. We're sitting down. Keren, can you tell me about the Ukraine quickly, please?
I can tell you about the Ukraine. You've probably heard about it. It's spent a year at war with Russia, which has not been great for anybody, but it's been particularly sucky for people in Ukraine, a number of which fled. So the first link in chat is for the Emergency Action Appeal. This is an Australian-based collective of charities and not-for-profits that are raising money to support Ukrainian refugees. So if you follow that link, you can donate. And the second is for the Curious Compendium of Slavic Myth, which is to raise funds for the British Red Cross Appeal for Ukraine. This is actually, you get something back. You get a 38-page D&D booklet. It's got creatures, it's got subclasses, it's got a cool map. It's all inspired by Ukraine and that area of Europe's folklore. It's also got a one-shot where you had to go and hunt down the Firebird. So, minimum donation is £1. You can hop over to that link and get yourself a copy. It's pretty dope. We've actually played the one-shot. It's on our YouTube if you want to have a look. Yeah, would recommend. It's very cool.
Hang on, if we do that, and then we do that.
Oh,
there you
go. You guys can see it.
That's the Curious Compendium of Slavic Myth. And it's, I mean, look at that. That's a Leshy. That's a Leshy, which is, you would find one in, the Witcher series.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
All profits for the sale of this PDF go to the Ukraine Emergency Appeal Fund via the British Red Cross, providing humanitarian aid to Ukrainians suffering under the ongoing effects of the war. But yeah, the legend of the Jarapatitsa is in here.
Yeah, there's the map. Go down and show the map. The map's
That's the map of Ukraine, but it's like mythic Ukraine.
You're no Russians.
Yeah, no Russians. There are two subclasses. There is the subclass the Bard, the College of the Kobzari, and the Sorcerer, the Keeper of the... I'm not even going to try.
Volokhnov. Hang on. Volkovnik.
Volkovnik.
Gotta say it like you're hacking up. Volkovnik.
There is also a friendly witch, like mini adventure. She's like she's a store essentially, but other than that, she's a merchant. But also there's Ivan's Firebird, or the Legend of the Jarpatitsa. Yeah, both very, very cool things. Lovely. There's also loads of magic items. The Axe of Perun is pretty cool. There we go. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about, but it is a very cool thing. Hey, Tony.
Say hi, baby.
Hello, Papa. You're smelling much better today, now that we bathed you. Terrible people that we are.
Yeah,
She was so sooky about it. But then we went for a walk and everything was better.
Yeah, you just have to say the magic W word to make sure you're excited.
Come here. You've got gunk in there. You have gunk in your mustache. Okay. So...
Immediately. Oh no, she sat down. I was expecting her to hop off since
Yeah.
you violated her personal space.
She's good. She's a good girl. Okay, so let's have a look at Foretold. So this is a journaling game about seeing into the future. Yes, it is with the C, Terrace. The 4-letter word starting with W. Yes.
Have I missed
The
something?
4-letter word starting with W. W-A-L-K.
Oh, sorry. My brain had completely moved on.
But the Foretold, yeah.
Yes.
So Foretold is a solo journaling TTRPG about built on Caltrop Core, about being a seer to royalty while secretly also being a revolutionary hoping to overthrow them. It's about balancing your duties with your desires without getting killed in the process. All you need is multiple D4s, a handful of tokens, and some sort of journal or method of recording things down. Foretold was created in the lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, Melbourne. It's a Melbourne game. I looked that up. That's why it's highlighted. And it's based on Caltrop Core, which is published by Titanomancy. The Caltrop Core SRD is licensed. Yeah. Keeping safe. Good again, yes. Foretold is a game about revolution and possibility of being killed for your part in it. This may lead to a possible emotional bleed. The seer's feelings becoming difficult to distinguish from your own. Below are some safety considerations to use to help address this possibility. Screw Destiny. A lot of the rolls in Foretold are completely reliant on luck, with no way to skew the results. This is permission to reroll or alter any result that causes distress without it being considered cheating. In the end, this is a solo journaling game where everything is up to you. Time passes. The game is separated into journal entries between which an intermediate amount of time passes. These intervals provide an opportunity to take breaks, both in character and out. So,
Cool.
pretty interesting concept so
Ooh,
far.
What are you crocheting, Terrace? Out of curiosity. I'm knitting at the moment, but I do crochet as well. So let me know what you're doing.
Tony is doing laundry and says all sort of lurking. Totally fine. We spell it backwards here because Dobermans can spell. Ah, that's a good idea. As in walk, he's spelling...
Yeah. So Siri, we can talk about the claw.
That's really funny that Dobermans can spell. Set of fingerless gloves.
Ooh.
A little beanie I'm working on, and a matching scarf.
Excellent.
Lovely. It's just getting cold enough that I might consider starting to wear my fingerless gloves again. So, the seer. Once you are ready to play, begin your journal with establishing an entry that answers the following question. This is the character you embody, a person with the gift of prophecy and the ability to divine the future, someone who wants to see change. Who is the seer?
Right. Who is our seer?
I don't know. See, my brain immediately went to somebody we've been discussing recently, and I don't want to do that. Because Ardana wants to do the wedding episode of the Curse of Strahd parody that she ran a while back, and Susan the Seer was in it. And I don't think we should be Susan of the Swamp.
Well, then let's do the opposite. Let's be Alfred of the Andes.
Love it. Alfred of the Andes. Which sort of indicates, is he a seer to an Andean monarch?
Guess so, then.
Okay.
Somewhere mountainous.
Yeah.
What do you
I would like to make it more, like, not based in this world.
Okay.
Mostly for sort of PC reasons. Anything I say in an English accent just immediately comes across as colonialist.
Alright, so not Alfred of the Andes.
Well, Alfred of a different mountain range beginning with A, but not in this world. Just make up a name for a mountain range. Alfred of the...
Andres.
Yes.
There you go. I just changed one letter and now...
Alfred of the Andres.
Yeah.
Yep, love it. And I reckon he's young and idealistic.
Mm-hmm.
And he was not anticipating having to become the official seer so quickly. Wound up having to take the role on quite rapidly. Siri. She's content to be being a desk today.
Yeah, I'm leaning on her back. Normally she objects to
rarely
that.
Tolerates that. Admittedly, she's also pinning my arm, so she's got her head on my forearm. But that's okay, as long as she's comfortable.
Yeah, our previous dog, Ty, was a great table. Like, you could put anything on his back and he'd just sit there.
Yeah. Keren used to read, well, I used to read with my book propped against his butt.
Oh, I'd put the iPad on his back.
Yeah. So secretly in love with the Crown Prince, who is a very nice boy and not at all a despot like his father. I don't mind that.
Yeah, it's like, holds a candle for the Crown Prince.
Yeah. The royals. These people rule the realm that you live in. They do not take kindly to those who question their authority, especially those in their service. How have the royals managed to stay in power?
Pure fear.
I reckon a combination of that, but also, it rarely comes up, but I reckon just tradition.
Yeah, we've witnessed very recently that tradition means a lot to a lot of people.
It certainly does, but it's also just, you go back 600-700 years, it wasn't the dumbest way of doing things. It did make a certain kind of sense, because it required a particular amount of training to do well. Running a country. And so, yeah, making it generational and just putting it into okay, so it's you guys' job. There's a lot of pluses, but there's also a lot of stresses, you know? And, you know, your kids will be raised into doing it.
It's like, you'll never go hungry, you'll have the best of everything, but you also might get killed by an angry mob.
Yeah, but if you fuck it up too badly, people are going to have questions.
Yeah, you might end up shot in a basement or guillotined in the middle of Paris.
Yeah. Yeah, so how have the royals managed to stay in power? Yeah,
tradition and fear.
Every now and again, fear is employed, but normally it's just everybody, normally when things are going smoothly, nobody questions anything. It's like, oh, the king's doing a great job. We're not at war. Everyone's got money and food. The rains have come. We love him. He's doing a great job.
I think the mood around the British coronation would have been a lot different if there wasn't pandemic/recession happening right now.
There is that too. the Lost Archives is raiding. Hey, Lost Archives!
Welcome.
Ahoy, mateys. How are ye? The Art of Mike Disney. I've got a bunch of emotes from the Art of Mike Disney. That's lovely. Raid! Favorite raid emotes up in chat, guys. How are we?
We're
Woo!
trying to see the future.
We are playing
Foretold.
Foretold, a fortune-telling game. And storytelling game. Where, yeah, currently we're just building the world. Hey, Jack, you old square peg. How are you?
And if we ever move awkwardly, it's because there's a dog like lying across this part of me and this part of Josh.
Ahoy, mateys. Thanks, Tony. Good on you. Yes, you guys were playing D&D. Good. How was your session? How was your game? This is Avatar night, isn't it? Is this Avatar night? Monday? Often is.
Josh,
I can't remember.
I'm barely conscious.
Okay, that's true. Keren is not really here.
Today was a sleep day.
Yes.
Right, catch up on the insanity that was my last week.
Jack, how was Japan? How was Singapore? Was it amazing? I am jealous. It was Strahd night. Excellent.
Ooh.
Gotta love some Strahd. When we start up our D&D on Monday nights back up again, then it can be Strahd because we stream Strahd on Mondays as well. Jack's in it.
Strahd v Strahd.
Oh.
There can only be one.
But ours is animal folk.
Humblewood.
Humble Strahd. Strumblewood, if you will.
Or Barovia.
Barovia, yeah. What are the residents of the common people? What are they who do not seek to revolt? Content with the way the royals govern them, many of them disapprove of rebellion. What keeps the residents from becoming revolutionaries?
Well, we were literally just talking about this. Everything's kind of okay at the moment.
Yeah.
There's no war, there's no famine.
Yeah.
It's just the usual, speak against the king and thou will be thrashed.
Theirs is beating kids with sacks full of coin.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's escalated. To be fair, these kids are in their 20s and the sons of a dictator, but not great.
Yeah, that awkward moment where terrible things happen to terrible people and you're like, look, morally I'm opposed to the terrible thing, but this is a terrible person.
Like, yesterday we were playing D&D, as is not unusual for us, and there was something in the game called the Running of the Murderers.
The Running of the Criminals.
The Running of the Criminals. And it was the thing that the local Baron does on his birthday. The Baron loves guns. He's like, it's all muskets. He loves them. So he gets given a load of muskets for his birthday every year. He's partially deaf because of how many guns he fires all the time. So he gathers up all of the... It is voluntary, but anybody who's been convicted of murder, rape, or anything sort of a capital crime, you say, okay, you start in the courtyard, and if you can make it all the way to this bridge, you get to live. You get a pardon. But if you don't, I get to chase you down on my horse with a bunch of mates and some guns. And Jack got tattooed, A+. But yeah, the Running of the Criminals was good fun.
One of them was a tax evader.
But we were like... Well... So one of the party was like, I'm stopping this. I'm actually going to put a stop to this. And the rest of us are like, look...
We're trying not to make waves. We've murdered the occasional
like, it's like,
criminal.
it would be very hypocritical of us to judge either way, really, but... Scribbles down Gun Baron in notes.
He was fun. He was a fun character.
Fun, yeah.
I'm glad I got to directly interact with him. That was
yes,
good.
Yes.
And I had to.
You caused him to cut off his own finger and then
I
vomit.
did not. That was totally on the DM.
I didn't say you made him cut off his own finger. You gave him an item.
I inadvertently gave him something with which he could.
And he's like, he was really drunk and he was playing around. He's like, I don't like blood.
But, like, I was quite proud of myself because I gave him a gift, and I'm not going to tell you what it is because eventually, theoretically, this episode will be released and I want you to listen to it. And at first he was all hella disappointed because it wasn't a gun. And then I told him that if he really wanted to, he could shoot it out of a gun. And all of a sudden it was the best present ever.
Guinea Baron? Yeah.
The German guy with the fake
Excellent shot.
Yes, excellent.
Such a green place as well. Yeah, it is. Singapore is surprisingly green. The trick is they just let trees. It's mostly the trees, and so if you get above sort of 4 or 5 floors up and look down, it's just canopy. It's a very pretty place. I love living in Singapore.
Like, the weirdest thing about Singapore for me was how clean it was.
Yeah.
I've never been to a city that clean.
Yeah.
It's just, and like, which is like, it's not a bad thing. It's just a weird thing. I'm like, because like we took a train, spotless.
Yeah.
No graffiti. No one had scratched a dick on the window. Like,
Because it's illegal, and there's a very heavy punishment for doing it.
yeah. I'm like, everyone graffitis public transport here.
Yeah.
Except me, because I'm usually busy trying to ignore the humanity I'm forced to share space with.
Gross. So, who are the residents of this place? We're trying to get back on track. We haven't even read the rules to the game yet. So, we know who the royals are, we know who the seer is. Who are the residents, the common folk?
Yeah, well, this is, I've written down, like, why are they not becoming
They're
revolutionaries?
pretty just content.
And I'm just like, things are going okay at the moment. No war, no famine. So the urge to revolution is low, and people don't want to rock the boat since things are like going okay right now.
Yeah. Jack says, weirdly so, considering the lack of bins.
Yeah, you just have to kind of put rubbish in your bag and deal with it.
Just carry it around, yeah.
Great Hungry Jacks in Singapore, though.
Oh, yeah.
Don't know if you went to Hungry Jacks while you're in Singapore, but...
Yeah, no, it's similar to Japan. Like, the food actually looks like it does on the picture. You're like, what is this sorcery?
What is this delicious, cheesy, thick bun thing?
The realm. The realm. A mountain region, like, I reckon, yeah. Lots of really long bridges. Really cool. Plant-based boigas. So we did. Oh, good. Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, yeah. They have so many options.
Mm.
And they never put too much sauce. What is the main resource that the realm provides? I feel like, given its mountainous, it would be mining.
Yeah. But also, I think it's famous for some of its like blacksmiths and artisans.
Bridges, mining,
and maybe engineering because of the bridges.
Blacksmithing, engineering. Artisans. I think jewelry making.
Yeah. Lapidaries.
I can't spell that.
I think it's phonetic.
Josh, don't make me have spelling errors in my notebook. It makes me very anxious.
It does, yes, I know. Okay. And the revolutionaries. These people are civilians who are not content with the way the royals run their realm and plan to overthrow them. The seer is among their numbers. What is the revolutionaries' primary reason for wanting to rebel?
Ooh. I feel like, given what we kind of just said with the primary industries, that it's very much about the royals and their kind of noble circle kind of hoarding the best of the resources.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they're pulling freaking gemstones and stuff out of the ground. And
I reckon there's a degree of the people who are not affected by the bad shit don't even know about the bad shit. But I reckon there's like you get whisked away to a labor mine. So I reckon the punishments can be quite severe, and like once people go to the mines, they don't come back. That sort of thing. So it seems benevolent, and everybody, like most people, are content with the status quo because they're doing well from it. But there is this the underbelly that you don't see. It's well hidden.
Yes, harsh punishment for criminals down the mines.
Not even just criminals. Like, I think it can be like a dissident. Like, yeah, they have criminalized dissent.
Dissidents. Criminals and dissidents get sent down the mine.
Yeah.
And like the 1% are really hoarding that well.
So, Subsequent journal entries involve interpreting omens, the balancing of obligation and appearances to the royals, and assisting the other revolutionaries. These tensions are tracked with goodwill tokens as well as suspicion and rebellion.
Ooh.
Goodwill tokens. These tokens represent how reputable the royals consider the seer to be. Goodwill tokens will be expended to convincingly lie to the royals. I reckon we use other dice as the goodwill tokens. Suspicion. Suspicion measures how much the royalty suspects the seer of being a revolutionary. When the suspicion reaches 4, you are executed for treason. Let's use D6s for those.
Ooh. Let's say you get hung over like a mountain crevice.
Oh dear.
Like they have like a little balcony, and they literally push you off the side, and there's like this massive drop. So even if the rope snaps, you're gonna fall into a ravine and die.
Yeah, all right.
See, I'd make execution so exciting. But
See,
I wouldn't because I'm a good person.
My thing was like they just cut you a bunch and then leave you in a cage over this ravine and let the birds have you.
Oh. Well, that's worse.
Yeah, that's much worse.
Depends.
But this is why I shouldn't be a dictator for many other reasons.
I've said this. You should watch him playing like what's it called? Civilization. He's terrifying. It's called Civilization, and there is nothing civilized about what you do in that game.
I never start wars.
He just finished.
But I
them.
finish them.
And unfortunately,
And then when the people who come to me are like, oh, how about peace now, maybe? I'm like, no, you started this. Don't start shit you can't finish. Very Greek. Yeah.
No, I've told Josh many times that he can't be trusted in a position of power because he'd be way too good at it.
I'll take that. So, suspicion, rebellion. Rebellion measures how close the realm is to getting an uprising against the royals, how much support the revolutionaries has for their cause, and how well their plans are going. When rebellion reaches 8, the revolutionaries overthrow the royals. When rebellion reaches 0, the revolutionaries lose all momentum and support for their cause.
Ooh.
Once you have finished your initial journal entry, roll 1d4. You start with that many number of goodwill tokens. In addition, you start with 0 suspicion and 4 rebellion. Cool.
We have goodwill, suspicion, and rebellion that we have to track.
Not that you know, Jack. My vengeance shall be swift and terrible.
Never pictured Josh as vengeful, but then again, like in real life, you're very like you'll rant about it and then you'll just let it go because you can't be bothered dealing with that person's shit anymore.
Yeah.
But in game, Josh likes to win.
You know, if I'm pissed off with you, you'll stop hearing from me. It's If
he ever stops messaging you, Jack, he's probably mad.
When but it's very hard to come back from it as well. It's not so much grudges as I just like, nope, I'm not going to put myself through that. I just don't want to engage with that anymore, ever again, ever. I just switch off to somebody. There's one person in my broader circle of friends who pissed me off to the point once that I will never regard him as anything other than a pleasant acquaintance from now on. Unfortunately, he and I are mates with, like, a very large group of friends. So I run into, like, I see him semi-regularly, and no, it's always cordial. I don't know if he's even aware of it. But I was like, oh, that's the kind of person you are. We're not friends anymore.
Last time I checked, Jack, he's not mad at you, so I think you're good.
Yes, please tell the anxious person you might be mad at me.
I can know that I haven't done anything to piss Josh off, but I can tell he's in a bad mood, and part of my brain goes, what did you do, Karen? What did you do? And most of the time, it wasn't me.
Most of the time, nothing. You did nothing.
Something else happened, and I'm just there.
Splendid. All right. Well, so, yeah, we have...
Yeah, so we don't know our goodwill yet. We'll roll for that after.
Yeah, but we have 0 suspicion and 4 rebellion.
Yep, sorry.
And I have a paralyzed arm because the dog is asleep on it, and it's cute.
So cute.
All right, filling out the journal.
Every now and again, she flicks her ear.
Mm.
Oh, you can tell she's tired. She's letting me play with the tail.
You had a big long run, didn't you? Yeah. And they're doing work on the car park at the park, so there was loads of people to avoid and shout and smells to smell. So, each time you make a journal entry pertaining to an omen, divine the future and pick to either be honest to the royals or lie to the royals. Record your actions and their consequences.
Time passes between each omen appearing. Choose how much time passes. You may write a journal entry about that interlude or skip to the next omen. Right. Divine the future. Roll 3d4 and consult the table below to discern what omen you foretell, who the omen is directed at, and the method of divination used to discover it. Ooh.
I love oniromancy.
What's... Oh, dream interpretation.
Yes.
Strange natural phenomena, augury, reading object patterns,
Cleromancy,
dream interpretation, oniomancy, gazing into objects, scrying.
scrying.
This is cool because I'm like aware of these different methods, but I'd never seen them written down and lined up like that. Which is actually interesting because there's a book series, Keys to the Kingdom by Garth Nix. Very good YA series, if anyone reads in that genre. And yeah, there's an item in it called an augury. And it looks like puzzle pieces, but it feels like organs.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very cool. And I just realized that's totally what is going on there.
Yeah. I used Onura Critica in Humblewood. Onura Critica would be like dream journals for interpreting your own dreams. And
I don't want to interpret my dreams.
but yeah,
except the Jurassic Park dream. I'd love to know what that one means.
Both Corvax Ravania and the necromancy professor keep Onura Critica. Anyway, so
I just thought of something I have to share because we're talking about you being mad at people. One way to tell if Josh is angry about something, he will be scrupulously polite.
Yeah.
I call it Englishing someone. Because the best example was you've been being dicked around by, was it
Optus.
Optus.
That's why I have a Vodafone.
Which is why you have a Vodafone account. And Optus finally called you back after you'd gotten pissed off and gone and signed up with Vodafone instead. And this poor lady on the phone, you were being so polite, and I'm just watching you.
Brutal.
And the subtext of every line was "fuck you and your company." Poor woman had no idea.
Yeah.
I just hung up, and I'm like, "That was so rude." And you were like, "She has no idea." I'm like, "I know."
You were like, "You were so rude," and my mum and dad. My dad was like, "No, he wasn't. He was very polite." Dad, who was fully aware of what I was doing too. And completely approved.
But yeah, it's that joke that's like yeah, the English it's like pushing their teacups down a little too hard. Well, really?
Yes.
Breathing out through
Coming
the nostrils quite audibly.
Coming home and closing the door just a little too forcefully. It's like, what? I don't know.
I know when you're doing it, which is why I proofread your emails.
So is the dog. The dog is very aware of when I'm doing. Yeah, you know, don't you?
Yes.
You know when Daddy's upset. Or angry.
Alright, so we're going to roll 3 d4s and see what our first prediction is.
So, roll 3 d4s and consult the table below to discern what omen you foretell, who the omen is directed at, and the method of divination used to discover it. Okay, so let's roll them one at a time. First one...
The omen.
...is negative.
Okay, so negative.
It is aimed at the residence.
Ooh.
And we determine it via augury, strange natural phenomenon.
It's bad that I just thought augury's a cool name. You could call someone augury. Alright.
So
be honest to the... these are our options. Be honest to the rolls. You truthfully tell the rolls about what your omen means. Roll 1 d4 and gain that many goodwill tokens. Consult the tables below to discern the consequences for your honesty. Oh, okay.
Oh, now we need to roll to see how many goodwill tokens we have.
Oh, I think we have to do that after we're finished.
Okay.
So those are the outcomes. Lie to the rolls. You try and deceive the rolls about the meaning of your omen. Expend up to 4 goodwill tokens, rolling a number of d4 equal to that amount.
Well, this is if we're truthful. It is about residents and revolutionaries. The omen was negative, so decrease suspicion by 1 or rebellion by 1.
Well, we have no suspicion, so we have to decrease rebellion by 1. I feel like we can't tell the truth because we don't have any goodwill tokens yet. I feel like we have to tell the truth the first time around. Okay, I guess we have to tell the truth.
Lie to the royals. You mean we have to lie to them, or we have to tell the truth?
Well, to lie to them, we have to expend our goodwill tokens, which we don't have any yet.
Right. Up to 4 goodwill tokens, rolling a number of d4 equal to that amount, with the highest result, and consult the table below. Ooh.
So yeah, I don't think we can... Yeah, Jack, technically this is the first round, so technically we are playing the game yet, but this is kind of the first encounter. So we don't have any goodwill with these people yet, so our options are limited. We'll have more options once
I think we have to tell the truth.
Yeah, I think we have to be honest.
And we have to decrease the rebellion by 1, sadly.
Damn it!
What?
Keep going down. I just want to see what... So, is there any... Well, what path lie to the royals? Keep going. Scroll. No, scroll. Keep going.
That's it.
Oh, that's it. Oh, okay, cool. Well, this is nice and simple.
Yeah, it's relatively short. Hang on. Residence. Negative. Realm.
So we have to roll to see how
The deception impacts the revolutionaries in some way. Whether that be the result the royals are remaining ignorant, you inform the revolutionaries of the truth, or the situation would have been worse if the royals knew. Consult the tables below how the revolutionaries are affected. Decrease rebellion by 1. I don't... Oh,
That's only if we lie.
Okay, right.
And we're not. We're telling the truth.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what did we see?
So it's a negative for the residents.
Which is probably good because
we can use this to our advantage.
We make them as like, oh yeah.
So it was negative for the residents. We saw it through augury, which is a strange natural phenomena.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be some sort of natural phenomena in turn, a weather event.
Yeah. I think I reckon because we're so high up, we are very reliant on rains. There isn't very many rivers.
Yep.
So I reckon the rains are going to be late.
Yep. We predict the rains will be late.
And we know that because of the movement of birds.
Will be late due to the patterns of bird migration. It just got London on the brain because of the coronation. I was just thinking about how that time we were living in London and it didn't rain for 2 weeks and everyone freaked out. Everyone was like, it hasn't rained for 2 weeks. It's a drought. What will we do?
Everyone stop taking long showers.
And I
was an actual thing.
And I, the Australian, I'm like, guys, it's been 2 weeks. In Australia, we can go months without rain.
But they're not prepared for it.
They're not prepared at all. Their water pipes are shite. So the water just leaks out into the ground and mostly no one cares.
Yeah, no one really notices.
Also, it gets so dusty.
Yes.
It is insane how dusty London is when there's no rain to keep all that shit dampened down.
Yep.
You all right. Walk across the lawn and little puffs coming up.
So yeah, we decrease our suspicion by 1 or our rebellion by 1.
And we have no suspicion.
The suspicion would be useful. But we can't because our suspicion is 0.
Yeah.
So, let's find out how many goodwill tokens we get. 2. I haven't rolled above a 2 yet.
Okay, so we take 2 goodwill.
Yeah.
Okay.
4 rebellion. Now we're down to 3 rebellion.
Alright.
How do you increase rebellion?
I imagine we do that through lying to the royals.
Well, increase. Okay, royals. It's very hard. By 3, very negative. Okay.
I feel like we'll fill this out as we go along.
Yeah, okay.
Scroll over. Go back up. Go back up. So this is... Okay, keep going back up. Keep going back up.
What are you looking for?
There's a section that says filling out the journal.
Right.
Okay.
So we need to say that we have been
Yep.
honest with the royals.
We predict the rains will be late due to the patterns of bird migration. This is the truth, and the royals are impressed.
They're not happy, but they are impressed.
Yes. Like, the longer it takes for the rain to arrive, the more impressed they are, but also the less water we all have.
Trying to see if the royals spend up to 4 goodwill, rolling a number of d4 equal to that amount. How can you get more goodwill? Do you get that by
We
roll
be
1d4 and
honest,
gain
yeah.
that many? Okay, cool.
So basically, we have to be honest enough to keep goodwill, but lie to them enough to help the rebellion grow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
And
tightrope, guys.
If our suspicion ever reaches 4, we are executed for treason.
Yeah.
And a very bad roll on lying to them will give it be 3.
Yeah.
They see through your lie.
So basically, if your suspicion is, if you've got a few points of suspicion, you might want to not lie to them for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
But honestly, guys, that's the truth with any boss. You gotta save your lies for the important moments. I probably shouldn't admit that. I don't lie to my bosses as a general.
Okay. So shall we tell another omen?
Yeah, I guess we have to divine the future again.
So, pink is the omen, gold is the recipient, and black is the method.
Cool. All right.
2, 3, and 3. So pink or gold, it is 3. It's positive.
Excellent.
It refers to the residents again. And at this time we do it through dream interpretation.
Ooh.
A young child who has, I reckon it's the youngest child, the youngest son of the king, had a dream about some of the folk. Had a dream regarding a mine.
Ah.
And digging in a particular direction yields a particularly rich vein of ore. The child it wasn't anything like that specific. That's what we interpreted from it. But the...
Let's find it. Let's say what he found in the mine, and then we'll say how we interpret it.
Yeah.
So maybe...
Oh, no, I reckon the child had it was a scary dream about being underground, but there being something shiny there.
I'm finding something shiny.
And and we interpret it and tell them and say to the king, that means that there is a particularly rich seam if you make the right choice on where to dig in one of the mines.
We realize that means that this means there is a rich seam of ore. Lots of ore in Australia as well, for those of you overseas.
So here's the problem. We still don't have any suspicion.
So we can lie to them.
Well, I think we should, because otherwise the rebellion goes down, and we don't want to do that.
Well, the rebellion has to get 8 to go down. So.
Hey?
Oh, sorry.
No, the rebellion has to get to 0 to not work anymore. Rebellion is currently at 3.
Yes.
We want it to be higher, so we want to lie.
Okay.
So that we can spend some of our suspicion by telling the truth. Because you will get suspicion on a 1, on a 3 or a 4. Like, the worst you can possibly get is a 3, but you will always get... you will almost always get some suspicion when you
A bit
lie.
unfair, really.
Well, there is for absolute success, you decrease your suspicion by 1. They don't doubt you for a second.
Can you go into negative on suspicion?
No, sadly not. Doesn't make any sense.
Negative suspicion.
Do you wanna...
Well, in the interest of, because we are playing this game to try it out, so I think we should try lying this time to see how that works.
Yep, right. Shall we roll 1 or 2? We have 2 to spend. Those are our goodwill tokens. You want to do 1 or 2?
Let's just roll 1 for now. Keep 1 goodwill, just in case.
A 2. It's a partial failure. Increasing our suspicion by 2. They are skeptical of our words. Because we tell them They, we're making up bollocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there is no good seam there. Yeah.
Well, we think that's what it might mean, but
Yeah.
we're gonna tell them that because they found something shiny in a mine. Let's make it something really like the youngest son has a secret talent that he needs to discover.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we don't get to.
Son has a secret talent he needs to unearth.
Unless shall we try rolling again? Like, if we burn our other goodwill, we can get a partial success because I rolled a 3.
Okay.
They believe you but have their doubts, increasing their suspicion by 1.
Okay, so only one suspicion.
But now, on a success, we get to a 3 or a 4. Your deception impacts the revolutionaries in some way, whether that be because the royals remain ignorant, or you inform the revolutionaries of the truth, or the situation would have been worse if the royals knew.
Oh, we totally tell the revolutionaries, hey, that if you go down this mine in this place, there's a rich seam of ore. If you're sneaky, you can steal it and use it to raise money.
Yeah.
Also, Keren A+ cash acting in one of the new season.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Jack. Oh, sorry. Just poking Josh in my notebook. They almost believe it.
I don't understand this though. Do we roll it again? Do we now roll to see?
No, for how the revolutionaries were affected. So it was an effect on the residents, and it was
Positive, decrease rebellion by 2. But we successfully lied, and it's made things worse.
Oh, okay. So if it's about the residents and we lie about it, it actually reduces rebellion.
Yeah.
So we would actually be better off letting it fail.
Yeah, it's just weird. So it's almost like what we should have done is told the truth.
Here we go, guys. This is what we're learning. If it's about the residents, don't bother lying to them.
Well, yeah, it's a bit dumb.
No, it makes sense because
it does make sense. It's just like in some situations there isn't a good thing to do. Like
very like life.
In our basic situation there was we could, if we had any suspicion, we could have decreased it, but we can't because we don't have any. So we're obliged to make people to decrease the rebellion, which we don't want to do either. How about we tell the truth? We choose to decrease suspicion, but we can't, so it just goes to 0. I feel like that there is an implicit you should be able to not do something that negatively affects you. Because there is no particularly solid reason to do that option.
Well, I think it's to force you to decrease your rebellion at times, because otherwise why are you going to choose to decrease the rebellion? That's what you want.
Yeah.
You're never going to choose to decrease rebellion if you have a choice.
Yeah, so basically it's entirely based on luck then. Because so far we've been fucked by the dice. 100%.
Okay. We've done 2 rounds.
But yeah, it's...
Calm your palm. Okay, so what are we ending up with? We're ending up with 1 suspicion?
Are we telling the truth or are we lying?
Yeah, I think we tell the truth.
Yeah.
So we get 1 suspicion. But we don't negatively affect the rebellion. Sometimes the best you can do is not make things worse.
So we don't get any suspicion because we've told the truth. We don't get any suspicion if we're telling the truth.
Oh, yes, great. So we still have no suspicion.
And we have 2 goodwill tokens because we didn't spend them because we told the truth. In fact, we gain more because we told the truth. Gain another one. I'm rolling like dog shit as well.
Let me roll the next one then. 3. So we have 3 goodwill and 2 rebellion.
I've yet to roll a 4. I roll like 10 dice. I have yet to roll a 4.
Alright, so the king's younger son has a dream about finding something shiny in a mine. We realize there's a rich seam of ore and inform the royals so they can mine it. We receive more goodwill, but the rebellion is like... The rebellion's not super chuffed
The
because
rebellion
now
is just
there's more
petering
work.
out.
There's more work. 2 rounds, Josh. 2 rounds. Okay.
Alright. Let's try again.
creates
Oh,
work and wealth.
you roll it, for fuck's sake. A 1.
What
For
am I rolling for?
It's a negative omen. We're seeing in the future again. We rolled a very negative thing.
No, you didn't.
It doesn't necessarily mean
you
that's actually the only one that doesn't matter. It's
Okay.
1 again.
What
Royals.
again? What affects the royals? We can
Yep.
lie about it.
May well.
Royals?
Use this one again.
Let's try to use a different colour.
Those are
Yeah.
tokens. This one.
Yeah. Okay.
1 again.
1.
Strange natural phenomena where it's an augury again.
Rose, Verneg, augury.
So this is decrease suspicion by 2 and decrease rebellion by 2.
Oh my god, we're gonna lose this game.
If we do, we immediately lose. So we have to lie. And it's about this is potentially really good though if we want to lie about this one because it's about the royals. It's very negative, so we can increase rebellion by 3. Sometimes rolling 1 is good. We just have rolled very poorly in specifically the wrong way.
But we have to roll to see if we get away with it.
Yeah, but we need to lie to them, so we are going to do that. I recommend we roll all 3 of the damn things, just given how we're rolling.
Burn all our goodwill.
4! Which is good because the others were a 1 and a 2.
There we go. Absolute success. We burned all our goodwill, but we
have managed
lie.
to lie and increased rebellion by 3.
So the rebellion just jumped to 5. And we still have no suspicion.
Yeah, they're not suspicious of us.
See, that's positive.
In fact, we've managed to decrease our suspicion.
From its already very low 0. Alright, we successfully lie. Alright. So what's the bad thing that's gonna happen to them?
Any game isn't great when your dice are cursed, by the way.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
You're talking to the woman who rolled snake eyes more than once with advantage.
Yeah.
Which just shouldn't be allowed. You roll snake eyes, you should be able to go again.
Yeah, on a d20.
Yeah.
So, yeah, cool. What did we see?
Yeah, so it was, we saw very
This was
negative roll in natural phenomenon.
Yeah.
3 1s, Jesus. Maybe we should swap our dice out.
These are the only d4. I mean, there's more over there if you want in that box.
Can I reach them without disturbing the dog?
Yeah.
I love that dice box.
Yeah.
Get some fresh d4s.
Alright.
Okay. So first, what are we gonna predict? What bad thing is gonna happen to the royal family? Ooh, maybe they all get a scarring plague.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. And
They're all gonna catch plague.
we predict that they will and we straight up don't tell them?
Yeah, like we say that they're all gonna get plague, but we don't tell them. What are you growling at? Do you not like plague?
You've moved me.
We successfully lie. We see they're all gonna get plague.
We don't specifically say, hey, you're going to be super healthy. We tell them... the thing is, we don't want them to catch us in a lie. Like, no, you're going to be fine.
No, we need to tell a lie that is
We predict that there's going to be a plague and that they will get sick, but we don't tell them that. We observe... I'm going to say snakes.
There will be an unusual number of snakes this summer.
Well, snakes are a symbol of healing. In a lot of cultures, it's why on on hospitals you've got the crux, which is the sort of there's a little book, and there'll be snakes around the staff. That's why snakes.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that just pan-cultural, from the Chinese to the Welsh, always the snakes are a symbol of healing. It's weird.
Well, then let's tell them that there's going to be like...
A medical breakthrough will be made.
Ooh. But we tell them someone's going to make a medical breakthrough.
Which winds up being true, because when the plague comes... someone manages to find a cure, but not before the royal family all get horribly scarred.
It's so petty. Which is technically true, but it'll be too late for them. Which is technically true, but I think one of their children should die. Too late to stop them getting sick.
Hmm.
And this aids the revolutionaries because it makes the royals look less.
It makes them more distant from people. They are pretty sure that they caught it from the commoners, so they stand apart even more than they did before.
Assume it came from the filthy peasants.
Filthy peasants. Yeah.
Channel that in a Nevermore. Creating distance. Also makes them look less like perfect.
Yeah, you kind of want
a lot of
your
a
royal
lot of the
family
power
to
of
be
royalty relies on this
being pretty,
well,
which is hilarious given the current British
it's
situation.
not about being pretty, but it's about being special, about being chosen.
Yeah, and yeah, above it all and immune, and
Yeah.
they got
Also
sick
shapes their
badly.
image.
Yeah.
That's,
Nice.
like, shakes their image. Like, I'm convinced that if a member of the royal family did become seriously ill, but in a healable way, they would do their best not to let anyone know about it.
Yeah.
Heck, they barely told people the queen was sick when she was dying.
Yeah.
I only twigged that she was going to die because they started moving all the senior royals to Balmoral.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, she gonna die. They wouldn't be doing that unless she was really sick.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Okay. Also shakes their image, helping the revolutionaries.
Yeah. All right. Second verse, same as the first. Gold. No, we're using new ones.
We're going to use new dice.
Purple, blue, and sparkly purple and blue. I have a theme. What of it? So, purple, blue, and sparkly purple and blue in that order. Wow. A 2, a 2, and a 1.
So negative, residence,
Fuck.
augury. So I guess we can tell the truth about this one?
I think we're going to have to.
We
But
don't have any goodwill as well, so...
yeah. We really need some suspicion.
Well, we might get some!
Yeah.
What is everybody's themes? I have a mix of blue, purple, and orange. Oh man, I've got
Blue, purple, green.
I have a lot of purple, but I also have red and green. My Christmas dice.
Blue, purple, and green mostly. Though I've got some fun ones.
Yeah,
This one was a Christmas cracker.
which is hilarious.
Doesn't look like a dice, does it?
It's a spinner.
It's a spinner, but it's got 6 sides. So it's a D6, technically.
It actually spins really well. For
It's a
Krakatoa
really good
well.
one as well. Yeah, this is a D60. It's a golf ball. The D30. And I really quite like the D24. It is almost cube, but it's each side is like concave. Chunky D20, yes, great for Cthulhu. Yeah, it's a D60, so useless for Cthulhu, sadly.
I was just thinking, I think I have 3 purple sets, and then a red and a green, and some like individual ones.
D3. Yeah.
Which is really cool, actually. I like the D3.
It's clever. It's basically a triangle. It's like, you know those things that you used to put around a pencil when you were learning how to write? It's that.
Oh, I want some gem D4s. So
And my D2. My original D2. Because now I have one from Wooden Forge. Yeah. My fun dice.
there's some watermelon dice that I really want. They're so pretty.
I saw ones with mini dinosaur skulls and stuck in them today. And I was
I like
grab
Tom's
it,
rubber
pause.
ducky dice as well.
yeah, they're cute.
It was a set you could get with rubber ducks in them, and it came with a bathtub to keep them in.
Yes, that was it.
Amazing.
Because I tried to get some that had koi, in them.
Yes,
And they were like, oh, we don't have any, so here's pumpkins. And I was like, how about, before you just send me... I was like, these are really popular. I'm like, bullshit, fuck you. Why would anyone want them? And why did you send me 2?
Yeah, they sent you 2 sets of something you didn't want.
Yeah.
Instead of 1 set of what you'd asked for. Oh, like, yeah, it's so cute. You have your little bathtub, you can put the dice you want to roll in the bathtub and then toss them. It's amazing.
Well, the bathtub actually results in it's because it's got a flat bottom, but curved sides, so you can roll into the bathtub.
You can roll into the bath. Personally, I prefer putting them in the bath and rolling them.
4 machines of laundry done. Dinner ready to go in the oven as soon as it's warm. Feeling very productive. Tony, you outproduced
you get productivity
me.
snaps.
All I managed to do today was I conquered a fair amount of Bretonia, but I also managed to book an appointment to get myself diagnosed with ADHD. They gave me the next available appointment. It's on the 15th of August. Which is good, because that means I have, like, 2 months to save up enough money to afford it.
Hey, remember how I asked to be put on the long COVID clinic wait list?
yeah.
It's going to be a year.
I'll probably won't have ADHD by the time I get seen. I'll have cured myself.
Absolutely.
Hurry up and wait. Yeah, exactly right.
That is very much.
Never been in the army, but yes. All right, let's read
right.
the future again.
So negative residents and
yeah, that's right. So
we have to tell.
If we do have to tell the truth.
Yeah, we have to be honest.
I mean, we could lie and just immediately just absolutely fail.
I see through your lie.
Just because it would be really handy to decrease our have some suspicion.
Yeah, but if suspicion gets to 4, then they kill us.
Yeah, that's true. So we're telling the truth. It's bad.
For the residents.
So we're dropping the rebellion down again.
Decrease rebellion by 1. The rebellion's going down to 4. But that's still a lot higher than it was before. So
no, it's exactly as high as it was at the beginning of the game.
Yeah,
we're back to square one.
Look, it is a game. It takes time.
I know. Hey, Robbie Hoodie. Loving Cartograph. Super fun game. Love that I can play solo while the wife is at work. Yes. I am glad to hear it. Well, now we are playing a different. I'm yet to say better. But it's just because it's not going.
We're just not rolling very well.
I have yet to roll a 4. Oh no, we've rolled 1.
I rolled it.
Hey, Raven's Ridge. We have rolled over 20 dice, and we've they're all D4s. 1 4. Statistically, what the fuck?
We haven't had a positive predict. Or no, sorry, we have had a positive prediction. Haven't we?
I can't buy all the games you play. All right, how much is it? Josh is polite. He did the thing.
All right, so.
I genuinely don't know how much it is. This is one I got in the big bundle that I got from supporting trans rights in Florida. Yeah. It's on itch.io. Itch.io. I will pop a link in chat when I can find. So yeah, what did we see, my love?
Negative for the residents.
Yeah.
And we saw it through augury, so natural signs again. Well, we said the rains would be late, and now that they're late, they're going to be very heavy.
Yeah. It's the same amount of rain, but in a lot less time.
The late rains are super heavy.
That's true, Robbie Hoodie. There is something to be said for being able to hold it. And as somebody who part of their ADHD manifests as collecting things, gotta love me some displaying the games I have on the shelf, physical copies.
Yeah, so I'm like, do you want to move that webcam around and show them the collection?
No. I don't need to show off my shame. My pride and shame. Yes, physical copies.
But honestly, if
thing.
you really liked a game, there would be nothing stopping you printing out a nice copy and getting it bound.
Yeah, just for your own self. Let me see if I can find it. It is called...
Because I like to keep paper copies of things I've written as well. I really want to get all the Paparoticas nicely printed and bound.
It is $3.
$3, there you go. Very reasonable.
Here, I will put the link up.
$3 US.
That's OCD. It's both, Tony. ¿Por qué no dos?
There's crossover.
Yeah, there's a lot of overlap. Yeah, 3 USD or more for foretold.
Oh, they are community copies. If you cannot afford the game due to financial hardship, you can claim a free community.
There are 14 copies.
For every $3 they earn from it, from their TPGs, they will add another copy to the community.
That's lovely.
So if you can afford to buy it, by buying it, you will help increase the number of
It's in the
copies.
bundle for reproductive rights. It's in the bundle for queer games.
Oh.
Fuck off, honey. Stop it.
Submission to Carpet MG, you can appeal. Submission with TPG RPGs for trans rights in Florida.
Yeah.
Ah. What's the name of the creator again?
Drazillion.
Good on you, Drazillion. Do some good with your creativity. I love it.
Yeah. What to do with a four-eyed fox?
Now there's a question for the ages.
Yeah.
Alright, the late rains are super heavy. They will need to reinforce.
Oh, the aqueducts.
Yes, the aqueducts.
And it means that all the residents just have to like drop everything and.
But you know, they get paid to fix the aqueducts.
I don't even know that they do. That's why it's bad.
Oh.
It's very negative. Or, no. Did we roll? No, we just rolled negative.
Negative, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah,
it's
the
like,
late rains are super heavy. They will need to reinforce the aqueducts ASAP.
Yeah.
Rebellion decreases because everyone's distracted by fixing the aqueducts.
Yeah. And the royals are going like, oh shit! Their prognosticator accurately prognosticated that something bad was going to happen, and the royals moved immediately to fix it. It was bad because the royals like drafted people into work. It was like, you, and you, go and fix the things immediately. Will we be paid? Maybe.
You'll be paid in our love. Everyone's
You'll be
distracted.
paid in not dying.
But you know, everyone's like, oh, aren't they such a good royals? They fixed the aqueducts.
They didn't. We did. Jack, gotta mosey, folks. Have a lovely evening. It was lovely to see you, Jack. It was lovely to see you too, buddy. Take care.
Take care, Jack.
Does not hate Jack. Love, love.
I just remembering the last kind of time I messaged Jack, I was sending him a cute video of a baby bat. It was very adorable.
See how many goodwill tokens we get. Obviously, she picked the purple dice. 4! Yeah, I'm not allowed to roll anymore.
By the royals. Quick and decisive action. See, if I had any spare time at all, I would totally type these things up for you guys, but I am very busy.
Yeah.
What I need, actually, what I want for my birthday, actually, if you want to organize it.
Noted.
So we just got 4 goodwill. It's this thing, and it's basically an electric notepad that turns your handwriting into typed notes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be so useful.
Yep.
Like, I'm not going to stop using notebooks because I love...
You love paper.
I love paper.
Yeah.
I like fancy pens. But there would be certain times where being able to just handwrite something out and have it typed up straight away would be so handy.
And how did we determine this thing?
Oh,
Like clouds again? Like, did we just... I reckon just clouds.
well,
Yeah.
we did birds last time.
Oh, yeah.
The bird patterns changed again.
I want to say that this one is just like, well, duh.
Like, how did you tell that this would happen?
Well, it's like, well, it turns out like you just realize, oh fuck, it's going to be so late when you did start seeing clouds on the horizon. You're like,
yeah,
oh no, this is gonna be bad.
we read the cloud sign,
Yeah,
which you can actually do to a certain extent.
Yeah. I was speaking as an Englishman with a weather sense. Yeah, yes, you absolutely
Josh
can.
always knows when it's going to rain.
I can tell. I can 10 minutes before it does. I'm like, fuck, get the washing in.
Yeah, I think I got a message from you once saying you need to take the washing in. To which I said, I'm not home. Sorry.
Cool. We've been truthful mostly because lying is pointless a lot of the
so
time.
At the moment, we're actually doing okay. We have 4 goodwill, 0 suspicion, and 4 rebellion.
Which means we're better than we were when we started.
Yeah. The rebellion lives, and the royals are not suspicious of us. Alright.
You'll roll 3 of those.
I'm going to do it one at a time.
Okay.
I'm going to use the fancy stone dice.
Uh-huh. 2. Negative. Go on, roll another 2. I dare you.
Double dare you.
Yep.
Negative residence.
It's bad for the residents again. And then the meaningless thing, how we determine it. Tony rolls a 4. 1. Yeah, Tony rolled a 1 as well. It's augury again. Fuck me. But there's no point in lying about it.
Well, then let's get some more goodwill going.
Unless we can increase our suspicion.
You know what? I think, chat, we're going to ask you to roll the next round because clearly we can't be trusted.
Yeah, I actually think we should lie.
Yeah, you want to lie?
And roll a single dice. And increase our suspicion so that we have something to burn all of this telling the truth on.
We have 4 goodwill, so we have goodwill to burn.
Well, let's just roll 1 goodwill dice.
And lie.
Chat can do it, and we'll lie, and you know we're gonna nail it. Chat.
Right, chat. Exclamation mark roll space 4 like Tony just did. Tony can do it again if he's quick.
Could be
Whoever
Tony.
goes
A 2. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Tony. That's ideal. That's perfect.
Partial failure.
Partial failure. We increase our suspicion by 2. They're skeptical of our words, which means nothing else happens. Because it's only on a 3 or 4 does this happen.
Ah!
Nice. That's
Nailed
perfect.
it, Tony. Thank you.
That's
Alright.
what we want. We need that suspicion so we have something to tell all the truth about.
Alright, I'm going to say that we predict an outbreak, like, we see an outbreak of black mold from all the rain.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So far, we're just someone with a brain and an understanding of basic science. I reckon we're a time traveler. Someone from 500 years in the future when penicillin was
Like,
invented.
man, everything's really wet. It's probably going to get moldy real soon.
How do we know? He's amazing!
Pretty sure that's a
It's
plot
a-
point in multiple time travel.
Yeah. He's a genius!
No. Siri's in her bed chewing on her jumper.
Are you eating your jumper?
Maybe don't eat your jumper.
Don't eat your jumper, baby.
Anyway, we foresee, but we're going to lie about it. Outbreak of black mold. We could say that the rain's going to give us a bumper harvest.
Yeah. And I reckon we're a bit sus about it. I actually think, let's play it honestly, we are making a bit of a show about lying about it because we want to attract the attention on us, not on the rebellion.
Oh, we're trying to be a distraction.
Yeah. So we deliberately lie about something like that. And I was
Also say, oh, so much rain, you're going to have such good harvest next year. Just sounds like horseshit.
yeah.
The Royals are suspicious.
And the Royals are very... They don't believe us. They're skeptical of your words.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like, that doesn't necessarily follow. Even half-trained nitwits don't really... Yeah, they'd know
Takes
that.
more than rain for a good harvest.
It does, like 8 months later, yeah.
Like, what do we call him again? Alfred.
Alfred.
Look, Alfred, it takes more than rain to make a good harvest, but, you know, whatever.
You've been
man.
doing well, whatever.
Look, we'll give you a
Okay.
pass this time.
Alright.
Chat, we need 3D1, 3D4.
3D4s, no D1s.
Exclamation mark, roll space 4.
3s and 4s would be good, please.
Yeah, with load of some good shit.
Maybe a very positive thing to predict for the revolutionaries, maybe?
Yeah, we've had negative, positive, very negative, negative, negative. Shit just ain't going well.
1. Very negative.
Damn
Thanks,
it, Tony!
I'm rolling one of these. What haven't we rolled yet? I haven't rolled the green one yet.
Yep.
4!
Oh no, that's the revolutionaries.
That's fine.
Very negative for the revolutionaries.
No, that's decrease rebellion by 1. Only if we lie about it.
Hi, Absalom Deck. Do you want to roll a d4?
Yeah, please roll exclamation mark roll space 4 in chat, please, Absalom Deck.
Because, yeah, recipient is...
Yeah.
So it's very negative for the revolutionaries.
That is potentially really handy if we decrease suspicion by 2. If we tell the truth about it, then we can gain more goodwill. A 4! We learn it by gazing into objects.
Scrying.
We do some scrying. So, Absalom Dak, to catch you up, we are a court fortune teller predicting things to secretly back a cabal of revolutionaries trying to overthrow the rulers of a Machu Picchu-esque, but not exactly, mountain kingdom in a fantasy setting of undisclosed origin and nature.
Yeah, we are Alfred of the Andries.
Andries, not to be mistaken with the Andes. That's a very different place.
A young and idealistic young fortune teller who didn't expect to have to do it for the royals so soon, which is probably why he's not doing the best job.
He's not doing a crack job, but he's doing all right. He's doing okay.
So are we going to lie about it?
I don't think we need to lie about it. We definitely don't want to lie about it, because if we lie about it, bad shit's going to happen. Like, very negative for the revolutionaries decreases rebellion. We don't want to do that.
All right.
We want to tell the truth about it, thus gaining more trust. And decreasing our suspicion, because we now have some suspicion.
All right, so...
It's basically a balancing act between a bunch of in-game currencies.
Hey, I'm having fun.
Yeah, look.
Look, I'm choosing to be amused by the shitty dice rolling.
It's taken me a little bit longer to come around to it. I was just like, wow, I just got kicked in the nuts like 4 times. The first 4 rolls of the brand new game. I'm like, if this had happened in D&D, this channel would not exist. Like, if the first time, if my first game of D&D...
You just rolled really badly?
I was like, no, I probably would not have fallen as hard. Yeah. Can you overthrow the monarchy closer to home? Yeah, look, buddy.
Look, honestly, I think they're doing a good enough job of digging their own graves, so we should just keep going.
They don't need any help.
Yeah, having the almost certainly nonce turn up in full raw regalia didn't do anything for their public image as far as that was concerned.
Yeah, particularly when the one who's been in the media a lot, Reese, they were like, yeah, let's schedule it on his son's birthday.
What a dick move.
He's your own fucking grandson.
Some people are joking that Charles doesn't really know.
Oh, almost certainly. Archie. Almost certainly. Alright. So we gaze into objects and we find something very negative about the revolutionaries. And we tell the royals.
Cool.
We're like, hey, I reckon those revolutionaries are going to bungle something.
Ooh, maybe they tried to steal some shit and get caught.
Ooh, yeah.
They try to steal weapons and get caught.
Yeah, that would actually decrease rebellion, though, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, it would.
I was going to say, how about you find... You lead them to a printing press.
Ooh.
For printing revolutionary material. But it's one that you go to the revolutionaries and say, hey, guys, I need some credit. I need some capital in the palace. Can we set it up so I tell the truth? I predict something that turns out to be completely true, but also doesn't negatively affect you guys because it's already, we don't use that anymore. So you give up. You find an old safe house or one that you've told the revolutionaries that you're going to be telling them about this, and they're like, sweet, we won't be there anymore, and they just find piles of misleading pamphlets. Like, they're not actually what the revolutionaries really believe.
Yeah.
But the royals are still like, yes, good job, well done. Here, have more goodwill tokens.
Oh, yeah, we need someone to roll our goodwill tokens. We need another D4 in chat, please.
Yes, one more D4, please. Higher than a 1. I mean, a 1 would be fine, but...
Ooh, I'm going to say the royals are stoked and have it publicly destroyed.
Ooh, yeah. Burned in the streets.
Burned and then thrown in a ravine.
2.
2 goodwill points.
Thank you. I'm going to use... So we have 6 now.
No, we have 5. We have 5 goodwill.
Do we?
Yes.
Thought we had 4 last time.
No, we haven't.
Okay,
yeah, we
5.
5.
Cool.
Unless I'm wrong. I had 5 on my note.
Oh, no, because we used 1. That's right. I apologize. Yep.
Royals and stoked and have the press publicly destroyed. Honestly, sounds so fun. Just once in my life, I want to destroy something. Like that.
The TV.
Like that video clip where they take the thing out into the forest and destroy it.
What thing?
I'm probably mixing my metaphors. I think it was a...
You remember how that TV fell on my head and we took it outside and destroyed it?
We did do that!
Yeah, that's what I was meaning, yeah. So you've done that. You've broken expensive
We
stuff.
hit it with things.
It was
great.
already broken, but
It was
it was
already
still
broken,
satisfying.
so we took it outside
and it
broke
fell
it
on
some
my
more.
head, so I was really
Yeah.
pissed off with it.
You had an egg, so we had to, seek revenge.
So I gave you a hammer and you smashed it up a lot. And then we put it in the bin. Like the t-shirt, Karen.
Oh, thank you.
Oh!
Yes,
Absalom
because-
Black is a character from Doctor Who. Oh.
Oh my god, it's R2-D2. I loved him in Star Trek. Ironically, I only own this t-shirt because my brother-in-law was trying to buy this design for Josh, but accidentally ordered him a ladies t-shirt.
So it arrived, and he was like, this is... the problem is, I've got it too, because he got me one as well. But it's not the same design. It's a different design, and it's not printed on. It's like... It's a different... It's not ink. It's... Mine's coming off.
Yeah, yours is peeling.
Yeah.
Mine's doing great.
Yeah. And also the
So we-
t-shirt's not as nice. Like,
Yeah.
generally, Keren won that one.
Yeah.
So
Ironically, I ended up with the better version of the t-shirt. I wear it all the time. It's so comfy. I really need to find out where he ordered it from. Alright.
So we're very trusted, and the rebellion is going okay.
Yeah. The rebellion is middling.
So I'm going to roll 3 this time.
Oh, are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah, I do. So this is... It's positive
Ooh.
for the realm, and we are reading object patterns.
Claromancy.
I got 2 3s and a 2. Positive for the realm, and if we lie about it, we can increase rebellion.
Ooh.
So we should.
Cool. We got some goodwill to burn.
We've got some goodwill to burn. I think I've seen Seth Sarkowski has #1 Star Wars fan with a picture of the Enterprise on it.
Oh, I love that. I was trying to flash the Vulcan salute on Star Wars Day as much as possible because I'm just like...
You and Daria were fishing for it, yeah.
Oh, they're just so easy to bait.
So yeah, cool. I reckon we should lie.
Yep, we want to lie.
At least
many?
partially. I reckon 3 of them.
3
'Cause
goodwill?
We've got 5.
Yeah. So we burn 3 goodwill dice.
I rolled 3 4s.
They don't doubt us for a sec.
Yeah, we decrease suspicion to nothing because it's already at nothing.
Don't doubt us.
And when we tell them about something that's going to be great for the realm, or it is going to be good for the realm.
We've successfully lied about it, so the rebellion goes up by 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're up to 5 rebellion, 2 suspicion, 2 goodwill.
No, with no suspicion. No one's suspicious at all.
Oh no, this is from holdover previously. We still have... This is totals.
But didn't we, the last time when we were told the truth, we decreased suspicion by 2? Very negative.
Oh, I forgot to count that. Yeah, our suspicion's back to 0 then.
Should be nothing.
Excellent.
Yeah.
My apologies, I missed that one.
Which is, I don't know, I actually like having a bit of suspicion in bank.
Yeah,
But you don't want to roll a 1 on the...
Alright, so what's going to happen and what's the lie we tell?
So, we've predicted something positive happening for the realm, but we want to make it work for the rebellion by lying about it. Mm-hmm. So we tell the... I reckon, yeah, so we tell the royals so that they overreact, and it's actually completely unnecessary.
Okay.
And it makes them look bad because of their overreaction. I reckon there are we say those people there are revolutionaries.
Ooh, okay. Sweet.
And they go, then we must burn them.
I thought
Not
you were going
necessarily
with
burn
cages hanging out.
cages and yeah. Now then we must punish them for being revolutionaries. So they do that, but actually those people were innocent, and ironically, this creates more revolutionaries. In fact,
basically we just made it then put a whole bunch of innocent people to
martyrs.
death for our own benefit?
Not innocent though. I would want to I think we should pick a family that were actually rabidly loyal. Like a noble family that were very, very loyal and would have staunchly supported the crown.
Mm.
And we say, we have seen...
they will betray you.
They will betray you. They have... One of them is... It's married into the family. I reckon one of them is... If this immediate family was to die, if only like 3 or 4 people were to die, one of this family would be king.
Oh, okay. So they're in the line of succession.
They are. I reckon they've married in. I reckon like one of them, like using traditional structures, not because it's better that men are powerful, but I reckon one of them has married a daughter, and only needs like the king and 2 of his sons to die, and then he gets to be king because he's married to the girl. Reading object patterns, and I reckon we do it by dice.
Ooh.
Or bones.
Ooh.
We read the bones, and we make a big show of it. And yeah, I reckon this whole family are just put to the noose.
And everyone's just like, wow, these people are horrible. Go the revolution!
Yeah, and yeah, everybody just goes, wow.
They just wiped out their rivals.
You are totally welcome, Absalom Deck.
What did we actually see, though? Because this is our lie. What did we actually see?
I think we saw just how positive this family's relationship was, and if they were allowed to, the man who married in would become a heavy-duty revolutionary hunter.
No, we have to see something positive for the realm, Josh.
That could be observed as positive. That could be considered positive for the realm.
I would say it's positive for the realm.
Okay, all right. Well, why am I making this up then? What do you think? What did we see that we don't tell them about?
I feel like we would do something impressive that would like make other realms be like, oh, that realm over there.
Yeah.
Pretty great. Maybe we export some particularly fine.
Yeah.
Our exports are particularly fine this year.
Mm-hmm. Or there is the neighboring kingdoms, they have the bad weather too. So, and because of our royals have done, or like because of us, the royals have done okay at sort of weathering it. We are supporting the food of neighboring realms, so our political capital is quite high because of that. Like other people, maybe we get what's it called? Not refugees, but immigrants from other nations. The population increases.
Raises our reputation and gets talented immigration. People are like, I should go over there.
Yeah. Their royals are a bit insane, but you know, their court prognosticator's pretty good.
But I love that they're not suspicious at all. So the good thing still happens. We just didn't tell them it would. We told them something else.
We just
got away with it.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's an elaborate lie.
So what was the effect of that? It raised the rebellion by 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 6 rebellion. We're tantalizingly close to a successful rebellion, guys. We just need 8.
Nice. We're up to 6?
Yep, because we had 5 before, and now we have 6.
Okay. Right. All right. Awesome. Awesome's awesome.
All right, chat. Do you want to roll us 3 more d4s?
Yeah.
Exclamation mark roll space 4.
Please.
See if we can get this rebellion going.
I might
Harry, did
roll.
you lose your ball?
Tony's got a 2.
Another.
Ah,
So many 2s. Did you lose your ball?
negative. It's for the realm, though. Out of 3.
You done?
It's probably round the back. Because it can't get under now.
I literally can't see it. I have no idea.
She's got it.
She's got
It was under the footrest. She's an idiot.
She's cute but stupid, guys.
Tony rolls a 2, so we get a -1, but it's on the realm. 2 for the realm. A -1 for the realm decreases rebellion
Okay, if we lie about it.
if we lie about it. But we've only got 2 goodwill.
We need one more to see how we foretold.
And Tony rolls a 3. We did it through dreams again.
Ooh, dream interpretation.
Do we have any suspicion left?
No, we have no suspicion.
Then I reckon we should lie and badly.
Lie badly.
Or aim for a bad lie.
Well, lie and see how it pans out.
Yeah. I got a 2.
Partial failure.
Which is great. That's exactly what we want. So we
Yep.
have 2 suspicion.
But the rebellion remains unquashed.
Unaffected. Yeah.
Alright. Something bad's gonna happen to the realm.
And I used a single die, so we've only got 1 left. Of the
Goodwill.
goodwill dice.
We need to get some goodwill, guys.
So the realm's gonna get something bad happen.
And we shall see it. And we will lie.
Yes.
Bad thing to happen to the realm.
Possibly, the people, some of the immigrants are, political dissidents from their own place. Would that be viewed as bad for the realm or good for the realm? I don't know.
Good for the revolutionaries.
Yeah.
I'm reluctant to make immigrants the bad guys, though. I
No,
thought they get
they're
that a lot.
good guys. We're on the revolutionary side.
We are on the revolutionary side. Oh, good. She's resting on her bed now.
Yeah,
She's
she's bored.
She had a walk, she had a nap, now she's bored.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I do like this. It's just taken me a while to come around to it. It's neat. And once I got, like, it's a little bit tactical. You have to, like, lie in the right places and tell the truth in the right places.
Actually, continuing our theme of giving these kind of world-building roles in a larger RPG, this would be good for, like, building country histories.
Yeah. Yeah. And the current political situation. Oh, then I know exactly where this is on the map
Yeah,
that we drew in cartograph.
yeah.
That massive mountain range down the bottom of the thing.
Yeah, I can't come up with anything else. So let's just say some of the immigrants are also political dissidents.
And we lie about it to hide them.
Yeah.
And what we actually tell them is... Because it could be anything. It doesn't need to be about the realm.
Yeah.
Dear me. It was positive, wasn't it? Was
It's
it
negative.
It was negative. Yeah, that's right.
So, you know. I'm not sure if it quite fulfills the criteria of negative because we're on the on the side of the revolutionary.
But it's negative for the realm. Oh, no, it shouldn't be then. No, it's
No,
not that.
that doesn't make
That's
sense.
not it.
Scratch that. Hi, pirates. How are we doing on this fine day?
Hey, Esty. Yeah, we are good, mate.
Yeah,
How are you? We are playing a fortune-telling game that relies on d4s and rolling reasonably well on them. So thus far not great actually, but that's more on us than the game itself.
There are ways to use bad rolls strategically,
Yeah.
which is what we're learning.
Yeah.
So
It's called foretold, as in clever pun. And
the
it
number
is.
4. I think that maybe we import something, and for some reason we're not going to be able to this year.
Ooh, yes. I think the heavy rains washed out some of the mountain passes, the roads through the mountain passes.
Yeah, the rains washed out.
And now we just can't get imports from one particular other nation or other region. And therefore, we are out of spices.
Oh, Josh.
So the food is just bland as fuck.
Meaning we can't import spices. I love that.
But we don't tell them that that's going to happen.
They don't have a chance to stockpile.
Yeah. So even the royals suffer for it.
We lie. They are skeptical.
We lie about it, saying, "Oh no, it's going to be great. There's no problems." What do we say instead?
Oh. My brain is not doing the improv thing very well tonight. I'm just tired.
We're both yawning and
We both had a long weekend. We lie, they're skeptical. Let us say that
I think we tell them that the
Bowick
I
Yagba?
have no idea what that one is, Tony.
You're gonna have to spell that one out for it.
We tell them that there is no revolution, like that their actions against that noble family have
Yeah.
completely overawed. Bend over and kiss your ass goodbye. Very good.
We say the revolution has been defeated by the death of the family.
Not defeated, but like
Has been
has
reduced.
taken a serious blow. And you have cowed them. And we saw this is a dream. And I reckon it's the king's dream. The king comes to us saying, "Hey, I had a dream about a tree growing upside down out of the base of my palace."
Ooh.
And the leaves, each leaf was a citizen of my nation. Enjoy your lurk, Esty.
It's like, we could make him have a dream about being in the desert with Zendaya. Stoked for June 2.
Yes, only have to wait till November.
Boo.
Unless, of course, there's another outbreak of COVID, in which case...
Still mad about how long they delayed June because of the pandemic.
I saw Guardians of the Galaxy on the weekend. Guardians 3. I would put a content warning. If cruelty to animals upsets you, avoid. Good film. Really good. Ends the story really well. But I kind of wish I'd known. Because, yeah. It's a really good. It's really good. It wraps the story up really well. But there is some. There's a bit about like it's Rocket's backstory is quite heavily featured, and yeah, there's some.
Yeah.
You never see anything brutal on screen, but just the
implication.
There's a lot of implication of it, and yeah.
Like, Josh told me about it, and I'm like, still want to see it, but...
Still want to see it, but yeah, be braced for it, basically, yeah. There's a bunny that, like, hit us really hard because we have bunnies.
Yeah.
I showed Keren a picture of said bunny.
And I was like, I'm going to go cuddle my rabbit now.
She brought me a rabbit to cuddle because I was like, that was hard. Yeah. But really good film. Would endorse.
And because I was getting both rabbits, I did get to do the double bun, which is
bun.
basically you get one butt in each crook of your arm, and then you have both rabbits up like this, and you can just pretty great. All right, cool. So that increased our suspicion by 2.
Yep.
Did we get it? We didn't get any goodwill, did we?
No,
Because we lied about
because
it.
we lied. We spent goodwill.
Yeah,
We spent a token. Yeah.
So we have no goodwill.
one. We've got one left. You already made a note.
Oh, I already
You
did
already
that.
noted
Cool.
it. We have
So we
one.
have 1 goodwill, 2 suspicion. The rebellion is still sitting on 6.
Yeah.
All right.
Bunnies are so soft.
Oh my
yes,
God.
our bunnies are very soft. We've got one who's very floofy and one who's velvety.
Yeah, Tori's very, very fluffy, which is why he looks like he's always a little chunky, even though he's not. And then Guinea's very, very velvety.
Yeah. Absalom Duck says, I know it has my all-time favorite Marvel character in it. Who?
Yeah, you kind
Who's your favorite? Apartment smells really good. Hell yeah. Good casserole. Part of my favorite thing about making stew
is how good the house smells.
is the whole house smells amazing, like, for a day. Yeah.
Yeah, you come home and you're like,
Yes. And I do it on a day when I know you've been out for a while. I do it when Karen's been at work all day, because I know, A, she ain't gonna want to cook, and B, treat for you when you get home. Cool. Shall we roll again?
all right, next round.
Robbie Hoodie, can you roll a D4 in chat, please? In fact, Tony and Absalom Dak, whip them out, boys, one after another. Let's do it. Let's see what we get. Exclamation mark, roll space, the number 4. That one, like Tony did. A 3 and a 2 and a 1.
3, a 2, and a 1.
So we do it.
Positive.
We get a positive 1 about residents and its strange natural phenomena. Nice.
Positive
Excellent rolling
residence.
team. So, what happens if we lie about it?
Positive for the residents.
Positive for residents, decrease rebellion by 2.
Okay.
Great. We don't want it. We want to tell the truth, which we do want to do anyway because it decreases suspicion.
Also, we have 1 goodwill left, so
We want some goodwill. So yeah, that's perfect. So it's a positive thing for the residents of the place, and we get to decrease our suspicion.
and decrease rebellion, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. Okay, well it's better.
Sorry, what was our method of...
Because if we tell the truth about it, we decrease rebellion anyway. By 2.
And we need goodwill.
And we need goodwill.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so best option is to tell the truth.
So we foresee, by strange natural phenomena, something good happening to the residents of the nation. And chat, you are welcome to throw up some suggestions if you like.
Our tired brains.
So
we're going to tell the truth.
we are telling the truth.
Tell the truth!
Misinterpret Ling Ling!
Those are 2 different references matched together. Gold star to anyone who can guess both.
I can't even remember the first one.
That's Aladdin.
Oh.
Tell the truth.
Oh, yeah.
He has the whiteboard.
Yeah.
Tell
Ding, ding,
the
ding, 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 ding,
truth.
ding. Yeah. Tell her the truth.
Yeah, maybe don't start your long-term loving relationship out in a lie, Aladdin.
Yeah. But she's just so hot. I don't really know her, but I did show her my penthouse suite one time. If you think about it, that's their entire relationship right up until he's like, now I want to be a prince so I can marry that one who I met one time.
Look, Disney's not the best example of how to start a relationship.
No, it is
Because
not.
a lot of it involves lying.
If you think about Snow White from her perspective, the witch was bang on the money. Here, eat this apple and make a wish, something great happens. She does. Falls asleep. The next thing she knows, she is snogging a prince. It went perfectly well.
A prince she met earlier and liked.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, everything went brilliantly. As far as Snow White is concerned, this is great. Also, I love that the queen can turn herself into an evil, haggard witch, but cannot make herself prettier than someone who is objectively a bit meh. Hashtag me too.
Oi. Alrighty.
Positive for the residents. We predict that something good is happening, and we tell the truth about it. This shouldn't be that hard.
Well, let's say that it will be a short winter.
Okay.
Yeah. We predict a short winter, meaning the residents will have like excess winter stores at the end of the.
That's good. Yeah.
Short winter. Short winter. The residents have extra stuff.
Cool. And we do that.
Ooh, maybe we read it by casting like seeds on the ground.
This
Oh no,
is
sorry.
Natural phenomena.
Natural phenomenon.
I reckon we note that some of the insects don't. Some insects would like hibernate, like the wetter, for example. And this one, it doesn't. It doesn't freeze. We never have a frost that's sufficient enough to cause them to go into stasis.
We see that some insects have not hibernated.
We're just a scientist, hey. We're all the times we're lying, it's like, oh, you had a dream. I threw the boons.
This guy's just really in tune with you.
Credulous nitwits. Believers like he can predict the future accurately when it's weather and nothing else. He's a fucking weather forecaster.
So how did you win over the royal family? Through the power.
I'm just upsettingly good at predicting long-term weather, not like it will rain tomorrow. I'm just good at saying, look, it won't be a particularly long winter.
Alrighty. Where did that leave us? Oh, we have to get some goodwill. I need another D4 for goodwill.
And
so
decrease suspicion and rebellion.
So we only have one suspicion,
but only 5 rebellion. Just need one really good roll would get us. We successfully lie about it. 3 rebellion. Very negative about the realm. Oh no, we want.
Very negative about the rolls, and we want to lie about it and get away with it.
Yeah. So we want. What we want is 1-1. Yeah, if we can get a 1 and 1, double 1. Very negative about the rolls and lie about it.
So you should roll it.
I'll roll 4s then.
Yeah, this is true. No one in chat's rolled, so do you want to roll how many goodwill points we can get?
Wow. 1.
Absalom deck, exclamation mark, roll space.
I think he just didn't hit.
4.
There you go. Oh, 1. Yeah. That's how many we got. Yep.
Cool, we have
Great.
2 goodwill.
Great. 4. Told you. Very good. 4 about the revolutionaries. Very positive about the revolutionaries. Is a 3. Increase rebellion by 3.
Oh shit.
And we determine it. Another 4. 3 4s in a row. Boom.
Ridiculous.
We do it by gazing into objects. We scry. And we're going to lie about it.
And try and win the rebellion. If we nail it, we win the rebellion.
This would win it for us. This would win us the game if we can get it right.
We have 2 goodwill.
We have 2 goodwills. Oh.
Do we want to make it up first and then roll to see if we succeed?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's very positive for the revolutionaries.
And we're going to lie about it. I reckon that they're going to make their big move.
Yeah. We foresee the revolutionaries' big move that can win.
And we foresee that if they attack, if they make their move at a specific point at a public function,
they will win.
That they will win.
Oh.
It's an ambassador arriving from a foreign nation, and the ambassador won't be harmed in it, but
we'll be able to report on it.
We'll see it and go, oh, these people are nowhere near as their nation is nowhere near as stable as we thought. It will distract the royals, and the people will rise up.
Cool. Okay. What lie are we gonna tell?
Ooh. And our lie will be part of how it works, how it succeeds. We say that if we engineer it so that that's where the meeting happens.
We lie and say
We
they
tell
must meet the ambassador in a specific place for a positive outcome.
For it to work. And we do this by... I like the mirror, mirror on the wall, yeah.
We scry in a mirror. They must meet the ambassador. Ooh, partial success.
Partial success. Increase suspicion by 1. Which puts our suspicion at 3. No, back up to 2, I think.
No, we still had 1 suspicion.
Yeah, so it goes back up to 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But...
Increase the rebellion.
But it succeeds. So rebellion increased by 3. Very positive. Yeah.
Oh! That means the revolutionaries have won!
Yes!
And let's meet the ambassador at a certain place. They are skeptical, but they go with it.
Yeah. They believe you, but they have their doubts. They're not skeptical. They're like, oh, that seems like a really big thing to...
It's an unusual choice to meet an ambassador.
It's a really big thing to hinge on, like, where the location is a really unusual thing to mean the difference between success or failure with an embassy. Oh! Absalom Dak, thank you very much for not putting that spoiler in chat. But yeah, that's an interesting one. Oh. Cool.
I want to see it now.
Yeah.
You've reinvigorated my urge to see it, which was dampened by the idea of people being mean to bunnies. They're going to set up an arco-syndicalist commune. Absolutely.
Well, we take it in turns to be a sort of executive officer for the week. But all the decisions of that officer have to be ratified by a bi-weekly meeting by a 2/3 majority in the case of simply internal affairs, but by a 3/4 majority in the case of external affairs. Shut up. Be quiet.
Bloody peasant.
Oh, what a giveaway that was. Come and see the violence inherent in the system. Help, I'm being repressed. Bloody peasant! Oh, what a giveaway that was. Anybody see him repressing me? You saw it, didn't you?
Oh, for those of you who did watch the coronation, the freaking sword was carried by a woman.
Yeah.
Like, were they trying to set us up to make jokes about that? She looked great, though. I loved her outfit. But, and, like, she just was carrying this...
Is that Princess Anne?
No, it was Penny Mordaunt. Apparently she's a politician.
Oh.
And yeah, she's wearing this great green and gold outfit, and she's carrying this sword like this the whole time. And I'm like, did you work out? Were you, like, just doing, like, sword-weighted, like, bicep curls for this?
Yeah, the leader of the Republic should have said that when they arrested him. Yeah.
Like, welcome to our narco-syndicalist commune.
Well, splendid, ladies, gents, and other beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion. There you have it.
We helped to win the revolution.
We won the revolution.
Viva la revolution.
She was a reservist in the Navy. Oh. There you go. That'll be why. Well, that is how you play and win Foretold. Rolling bad isn't necessarily a problem, and that was the trick. I hadn't really wrapped my head around that. It's just how you utilize it. Like, you taking a swing on the Lawrider's rating as well. Hello, Lawride. We're just wrapping up our stream ourselves, but we shall double raid over onto the Eldritch Scribe.
We just won a revolution.
We did. We successfully fomented a revolution as the court prognosticator, fortune teller, if you will. So favorite raid emotes up in chat, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, Lawrite, and bringing your lovely friends. How was your stream? What were you guys doing? The Lawrite is a wonderful person who I will be streaming with this Friday. Lawrite, are we doing that? Or is it next Friday? Sorry, you're...
I'm just scrolling back up to the title page. So
okay, I was trying to type and you clicked on a different page. Thank you.
That's what we're playing. Foretold.
Shout out the underscore Lorite. Boop. Yay! Next Friday. Okay. We will be back in the Lorite's Shadows of a Mourner campaign next Friday, which is very exciting. Giving out, not getting out. What were you doing? I was checking out Cartograph, but my throat was giving out. Ah, excellent!
Ooh.
Did you like it?
Did you like it?
It could do both. Could do. Hey Lilith, by the way, nice to see you. Bye, Robbie Hoodie. Yes. Cartograph is awesome.
Yeah,
yes.
Robbie Hoodie's a big fan.
So Cartograph is now our most viewed YouTube channel.
Great video on our channel.
YouTube video, yeah. Yeah.
Which is cool.
Which is cool, yeah. So I want to get in contact with Alison Huang, who wrote this, and yeah, tag her in this because this was fun. It's what I'm loving about this series is finding all of these different ways to gamify the storytelling aspect of it, because this was a game against the game itself.
Yeah.
And the tale of Sir Reginald, Duke of Chutney, was also Reginald Trott. That was it. The tale of Reginald Trott was also very much a gamification of storytelling.
Yeah. Like we were saying, Cartograph is where you build the map of the world, and then Foretold would be great for building the history of locations.
Yeah.
Because it's about building the history of a realm through the fortune teller who's trying to get the revolution to succeed.
Yeah.
By predicting the future correctly or incorrectly as appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to decide when to lie and when to be honest.
Your rabbit's looking a bit woof today. Yeah.
Yeah, this is our weirdest rabbit.
This is our... Yeah. You're not a very good rabbit, are you?
No.
I'm a great papa, though.
Yeah.
Which is lovely. Yes, we have both. We used to have them fully cohabitating, but this one doesn't cohabitate so well with the rabbits.
Also, we moved and the setup wasn't as good for cohabitation.
And it's kind of nice to not have my shit chewed. Because doggos don't do it nearly as bad. Like, it was like people are like, oh, dogs are so destructive. I'm like, you have rabbits, and our dogs are not.
Our rabbits, however, will chew through any power cable they can get their little teeth into.
Tori stripped all the paint off the walls that he could reach.
Yeah, he loved eating paint.
He ate paint, and it was old paint as well, so it was probably lead-based. The fact that that rabbit is alive is ridiculous. Whereas, yeah, Guinea, very fond of Apple charging cables specifically. Never touched Samsung ones, but she loves the spicy noodles.
And both my sewing machines have rabbit teeth marks in the power cables. But like normal like power cables are a bit too thick, so they tend to just kind of chew off some of the coating.
Yeah, they just like to take the rubber.
But yeah, phone chargers, they can go right through in one bite.
Little fuckers. Yeah, I bought reinforced ones and still didn't stop them.
No.
Yeah. But that was it because they used to get into our bedroom when they were fully cohabitating with Ty. They used to get into the bedroom and we had to shoo them out. Like when we were living in that place, the house was all one big circuit. So basically, if you just wanted to keep them out of a specific room, you just closed the door. But often we would forget, and they loved getting under the bed because we had all of our suitcases under there, so it was like a warren.
Yeah.
And so yeah, they loved making nests under there, and getting them out was an absolute pain. But you basically just had to shove the suitcases until they're like, our world is moving, and run away. Or send the dog in underneath after them. Paint, cables, boxes, my partner's feet. Oh, no. Are you using Apple products? I'm so ashamed of you. Android for the win. Karen is an Android user. I am an Apple man.
I honestly think it just comes down to chance of whatever you end up with first.
I had a lot of iTunes.
Oh, yeah, you were big into iTunes.
I had iTunes before iPhones were even a thing. And I had a lot of music on my iTunes. And I was all iPods, not iPhones. And then, yeah, so the switch was fairly logical for me at the time. And I've just sort of in it. Yeah. SD, this is our little Papa Siri. Siri?
Okay.
Hey, baby.
According to the right, so far we have a sandcastle city, our cartographer has a hermit crab mount named Kenny, we have a magical tree branch guarded by fluffy minotaurs, and we oversaw a trade con between ferret folk and ducks.
Amazing.
I love it.
Oh, I love it, Adana.
Amazing.
Yeah, great story game. Great story game.
Yeah, now pick a location on that map and do Foretold.
And now play Foretold in it. Foretold could be yours for the relatively low price of nothing, if you ask nicely, but $3 at brazilian.itch.io/foretold. Yeah, very cool little game. I was iffy about it, but the tactics of it are what sort of has really brought me around on it, actually.
Because we were rolling really badly, but
actually, if you play your bad rolls well, they can be great rolls.
Yeah. It's about working out which stats you can afford to bump up or down.
Yeah, it's balancing those 3 or 4 things that you've got. You've got your suspicion. You've got your reliability tokens.
Goodwill,
and
rebellion.
And balancing those 4 things or those 3 things. Is the trick.
Like you almost want them to be a bit suspicious of you, so you can use that to your advantage.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think most royals would be wise to be slightly suspicious of their fortune.
of anybody, like you should be. I have a genuine degree of suspicion for anybody who claims to be able to predict the future, even a weatherman that is right 60% or more of the time. And I'm like, there is a casino. I heard a story about there was somebody who, there was a law about somebody, about people who were professional weathermen.
Weren't allowed to be in the casino.
Not allowed to go to casinos if they were right more than 60% of the time.
That's hilarious.
But it could be apocryphal. But yeah. So,
fun
ladies...
story prompt, though.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I love particularly ours.
Oh my god, that's the bet you put on it. You're a weather forecaster with a gambling addiction, and you've got to be good enough predicting the weather to keep your job, but bad enough that you can still go to the casino.
That's how you twist it. Yeah, the royals are just the people who own the casino. Yep.
I love it. There you go. Whoever wants to play Foretold, try it with that kind of story.
Done. Alrighty, guys. Well, we will go away from here now and raid the Eldritch Scribe. Des, Delrez, and everybody else over there, Raph and the bunch. Say hi to them.
Give them my best.
Throw your favorite raid emotes up in chat. Tell them where you came from. Give them all the love like we always do. We've been Corsair's Cove. I've been Josh the Pirate. This has been the Mother of Bunnies. And we are proudly affiliated with Wooden Forge, WA's finest handcrafted wooden tabletop accessories. The music tonight has been provided by the lovely Sirenscape. And you can check Wooden Forge out there. You can check out the links to the Curious Compendium of Slavic Myth and the other Ukraine appeals here. We are supporting the people of Ukraine, and if you have any charity pennies in your digital wallet, please consider chucking them to one of the 2 links in chat. And yeah, I think that's about it. Wrapped everything up real quick. Yeah.
Well, Josh will be back tomorrow.
I'll be back tomorrow for Tactics Tuesday.
We'll be back with Humblewood on Thursday. We're both appearing in Jasper's Game Week.
Which is not this week, but next. No.
I think it's next week.
Yeah, it might be. Yes, it is. Yeah, it is.
Jasper's Game
Karen
Day.
will be on first on the Tuesday.
Yep. I'll be on Tuesday. I forget the time, but you can go get all the details over on the various Jasper's social media.
It depends on where you are in the world.
It really does. I believe it's afternoon my time.
You're in schedule. There you go. You are in the morning one.
Oh, I do apologize.
It's 12 p.m. AEST, so 9 a.m.
Yeah, 9 a.m. Australian Western Standard Time, so GMT plus 8.
So you and Dag have got an early morning.
That's not that early.
So you're playing with Matt and Dag as well, which is pretty good group. And Leah from Sorceress Sundry, who is a mate of Matt's.
Oh, wonderful. Cool.
I know Leah, actually, because I did a stream on Split the Party ages ago, a painting stream. And Leah was the other person on that.
Wonderful.
And then on the Wednesday, which will be the 17th to the 16th, is next Tuesday. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, next Tuesday.
And then next Wednesday, I am playing with the NVCDM in the afternoon at what is 12:30 p.m. AWST. with Ben from Dungeons and Doctorates and Sean Sunday, who I don't know, which will be cool. And then on the Thursday, you're right there, buddy.
The dog just got startled
Fuck.
by something.
On the Thursday, Kate from Dungeons and Doctorates and Owen Burton from the wonderful Lost Archives will be joining the Night Geo from OzQuest and Sam from Awakened Fables in the afternoon in that same 12:30 slot. And then on Friday, Jack Squarepeg, Heath from the Antipodean D20, and Dragoncore are playing with me a 5e game in the morning on the 19th of May, which will be 9 a.m. AWSD, which is going to be super fun, and I should put those all in my diary.
And then you are playing
And then
on Saturday.
Shit, I'm in 3?
Yeah, you're in 3.
Oh, that's right. I knew this. I knew I was playing in 2 and
You're
and
with
in 1.
Luna from Leboffen and D20, DM'd by Kendall from One for All. And
The
that's
very
another...
final game
Yeah.
of the thing on the 20th of May in the evening. That is a 4:30. That's a 4 p.m. AWSD game, which will be lovely.
Saturday the 20th.
Splendid.
It's going to be a fun week.
It will be.
It's raising money for a good cause, which we love to do.
Yep, and donations in chat go towards
Mental health.
mental health. It's all for Beyond Blue, I think, and can be used to purchase Wild Magic Surges and things in game. Yeah,
Yes, you can
your donations have impact on the story.
You can make stuff happen.
Dag is great. We love Dag.
Yeah, that was so much wild magic last time.
Yeah.
We just kept having to stop to deal
Yeah.
with the wild magic searches.
Dag, fun story. Dag actually lives in the same place we do, so we actually know Dag in the meat space.
Yes.
We went for dinner with him and his lovely partner.
Yeah.
During Fringe. It was lovely.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah.
That
It was like, hey, I don't get to see you because he's a hermit and he doesn't leave his house unless he has to.
And frankly, I'd be more of a hermit if I didn't have to leave the house to make money.
Yeah. So he was like, hey, it's unlikely for us to ever meet in person again. Do you want to go for dinner? And we're like, yeah, let's do that.
Aw,
Coming to Australia at the end of the year. Ooh! Where
exciting.
in Australia?
Which bit of Australia?
it's
It's a big place.
It's a fairly large country. Robbie Hoodie. At the end of the year as well. So the
gonna be hot.
the hottest time of the year to come.
Bring your shorts.
Yes.
And your flip-flops.
And your flip-flops. Or buy some here, because there'll be New Queensland and Sydney.
New Queensland.
North Queensland?
Not Queensland?
Cairns.
Cairns.
Oh,
Cool.
okay.
Just be careful where you swim. Like, I hate to lean into the Australia will kill you, but
in Queensland, North Queensland, yeah.
yeah, Queensland has jellyfish and crocodiles, so
Sydney's lovely.
yeah,
Sydney will be reasonably pleasant, if a little humid.
yeah.
But North Queensland will be fucking hot. Going scuba diving, heck yeah! Good place to do it then.
Yeah.
Queensland.
And if you're going scuba diving, you're wearing a scuba suit and you don't have to worry about the jellyfish.
And it'll be cool. And if it's that hot, yeah, there will be jellyfish.
2-week cruise around New Zealand.
Oh man, that's awesome.
That's an amazing trip. I'm kind of jealous right
Yeah.
now. If you go to Auckland, there's a chocolate shop in Davenport that's really good. Just
And if you
saying.
go to Queenstown, you'll just have a lovely time. Queenstown's great in New Zealand, but it's not coastal, so you probably won't.
Auckland is coastal.
Auckland is coastal. Queenstown is actually a little bit weird to come into because it's fully surrounded by mountains. So you're doing just a big loop. The plane has to sort of loop in. You can't just slowly fly down because there are mountains in the way. And it's very cool. But it's like we came in on a really cloudy day, so you just come out of the clouds and fuck, there are mountains everywhere. You're like, oh wow, okay, this is exciting. Yeah, it's very fun.
I want to go back.
December 16th to January 8th. Yeah, Australia's going to be hot as fuck. That is not the hottest
but
time.
not the hottest.
Yeah,
You're coming before
missing
the real...
the February.
Yeah.
But you are coming in the school holidays as well, so you're going to be busy.
Hot and busy, but fun.
But yeah, you're going to do good things. And look, scuba diving, you probably avoid most of the children. So excited when it's spider season.
It's always spider season.
Always. Dude, spiders don't mind the cold. Aussie spiders not particularly fussed about the weather. It's never rainy enough to bother spiders.
You'll be fine. The spiders hardly kill anybody. Honestly, it's the bogans with the knives that you're going to have to watch out for.
Hate spiders. Then you'll probably be firebombing raptor season. Yeah, that one is... We're coming into it.
We are.
No, it's spring. What am I talking about?
Yeah, spring's firebombing raptor season.
Yeah. No. I think she means magpies.
Oh, yes, spring then. Because they're guarding their nests.
Yeah.
And they will peck the back of your head to keep you away.
Peck you.
Yeah.
That's why you don't wear a shiny helmet. Watch out for spiders in the dunny. Ah.
So I'm an Aussie, and I have never encountered a spider on the actual toilet.
I have, but not in Australia. You used to get when I was very, very little, I was about 2 years old. We lived in the West Indies, in Tobago. Dead set tarantulas in the toilet.
That's nice.
You lift the seat. Mum was, as a lady, lifts the seat before she sat down, and more than once. Just you'd have to get the loo brush just out.
Oh my god.
So, actually, Absalom Deck, wrong Caribbean. Yeah, think the Caribbean.
Meagle. Oh my god.
No, I mean eagles grabbing burning branches from the forest fires and dropping them away from the forest fires to herd prey to pens where there is it a catch.
That's a thing? That's horrifying.
Love you guys. Wish my wife would stream like this. She's my better half, so probably wouldn't do well without her. Oh, yeah.
Wow, I'm Googling this, Laurite. I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Yeah, I mean, because Aussies make up so much bullshit about our wildlife anyway.
It's hard to know what's actually real sometimes.
Even ourselves, yeah.
So,
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to go raid, so let's do that.
Let's go
raid. Share your favourite terrifying Australian animal in chat.
Yeah. Drop bears for the win, obviously. Mind you, how about kangaroos? If you see a kangaroo in a waterhole, you stay the fuck away. Because that prick will drown you.
Yeah, no one's scared of the kangaroos. Kangaroos are terrifying.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Oh,
yeah. Dennis, honestly, the most terrifying and dangerous creatures you could meet in Australia? Australians.
Drunk bogans.
Sober bogans.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, on that note, we will go away and raid the Eldritch Scribe. Throw your favorite raid emotes up in chat. Tell them where you came from. Show them the love like we always do. And we will see you next time, tomorrow night, 6 p.m. AWST, an hour earlier than this one started, for more indie games. And I will be having more indie games for Tactics Tuesday. Say goodbye, Karen.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.